Okay, gang. Okay. Da-da. Hey, I think we're working. I'm not really sure. I think we're live on YouTube. Oh my gosh, you guys, it has been a day. I believe we're on YouTube. If you're here, wave, leave a comment, let me know you're here. Um, who would have known that, hours and hours without Facebook would have created such chaos? I'm still having issues getting connected to Facebook. I'm going to see if I can just remove that from my options here. Um, remove, save. Okay. Yelena, hallelujah, you're here. I'm so glad to see you. So I don't know how many people are going to show up. It is what it is. So I just thought now that things are rolling around again, things are back up, I at least want to have our Monday morning crochet business chat on Monday, even if it can't be in the morning. So we're just going to try again on YouTube. It was a mess. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can delete. No, I can't delete. Um, yeah, it's just a mess. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore that and hang out with you all. So, hello. Today we are going to be talking about, is it still worth selling on Etsy? Whether you are a new Etsy seller or someone who is experienced on Etsy and you're not seeing the traction that you want to see, a lot of people are asking, is it still worth selling on Etsy? So I wanted to go over some of the biggest complaints or the things I hear from people about why they don't think maybe they should be on Etsy or why they should get their shop off or why they shouldn't ever start a shop on Etsy. So the first one is the market is saturated. So I think this is probably the one you hear the most from anyone considering starting an Etsy shop. The market is saturated with crochet. I'm never going to get found, so I might as well not even try. Um, part of me, the coachy part of me, says if that's going to keep you from trying, then maybe you shouldn't try. So that's my okay. Well, you think you can't do it, you probably can't do it. But if you're willing to give it a try and see, I think it's really important to realize that there is a way to build your business. That it doesn't matter what other people are doing. It doesn't matter if the market is saturated. Yes, there's a lot of people selling crochet on Etsy. However, there's not a lot of uniqueness. There's not a lot of artisanship. There's some. I'm not saying there's not any. I'm just saying that if you come out with products that are unique, that are highly targeted to your target customer, that brings them products they might not find anywhere else, that presents them in a way they might not see anywhere else, that prices those products in a way that the customer understands the value and then says, I mean, I have to buy this. And so they do. Uh, so I call this owning your awesome. There's not a lot of awesome crochet on Etsy. There are lots of awesome crochet shops on Etsy. There are many, many, many more mundane, boring, kind of winging it, not really trying very hard crochet shops on Etsy, and they create a lot of clutter. However, those shops are not going to attract your ideal customer. So just remember that. So you do you and attract your ideal customer, and you don't have to worry about the market being saturated. The next thing I hear is they take too many fees. So I'm not going to sell on Etsy because they take too many fees and I don't want to pay the fees. Okay. So from my perspective, any place that you sell online is going to take some fees. They're going to take at least credit card processing fees. And on top of that, Etsy will take your 20-cent listing fee, your 25-cent transaction fee, plus your credit card processing fee. And maybe something else. I don't even know. I mean, I do know, but I have to look it up. But my perspective on this has always been that a large percentage of a sale is better than 0% of zero sales. So Etsy brings these customers to my doorstep and basically vouches for me and says, your transaction is safe with this person. And so that brings its own value that I'm willing to pay Etsy those fees in order for bringing that value to me for my business. So for some people, it's not. For some people, they're like, I'll go out and find my own customers, and good luck with that as you're just starting. You know, I'm going to share some stats with you later, and you'll see how much traffic I bring on my own and how much traffic Etsy is bringing to me in my brand new shop. But for me, it's totally worth it to have Etsy drive traffic to my shop. It just is. So your mileage may vary. Next, they might shut me down for no reason. You hear over and over going, this is on Pinterest and this is on Etsy. They keep shutting people down for no reason. And I will say, I think on Pinterest this is more likely than it is on Etsy. On Etsy, sure, people are getting shut down. Oftentimes it's because of poor customer service, or it's because of copyright infringement, or it's because they've connected their shop to another shop that has a bad reputation. So just know this, if you let a friend log into their Etsy shop from your IP address, your two shops are now connected. And if your friend's shop gets shut down because they're taking money and not sending out orders, or they're doing something else wrong, then your shop can be impacted as well. That's important to know, but that's also something you can protect yourself from. It's very rare that Etsy's going to shut your shop down for absolutely zero reasons. So I don't really feel like this is a risk. However, there's ways to mitigate if this is risky. There's ways to mitigate this with having your own website, with having your own audience, with collecting email addresses legally on Etsy. There's ways to mitigate this that it doesn't have to be a problem for you. Okay, the next one is customer service is a nightmare. Etsy customers are horrible. These are things that I hear. You know, people are really, really verbal about their disdain for their customers, and I'm not really cool with that. I feel like your customers are, they're the bread and butter of your business, right? And typically, if you take care of your customers, they will take care of you. Every once in a while, one comes along that is a nightmare, but that doesn't mean that the whole bunch is a nightmare, right? So you're going to have customer service issues no matter where you're selling. And so I just think that this is not a non-issue on Etsy, because Etsy will intervene on your behalf if someone brings up a case against you. They will listen to your side. You won't always get what you want. But again, customer service is an issue everywhere, and you just do your best and then deal with the rest. It's kind of a part of doing business. And then, boy, I'm going through these fast. The final one that I'm hearing more recently now is I may not get the star seller badge, so I'm not even going to start a shop, because I don't want to start a shop if I can't have the badge. This is juvenile. Don't go here. This badge, at this point, it doesn't mean anything. People who have gotten the badge have said that it has had no impact on their sales. It may look nice there, it may make you feel good that you have a little badge on your shop. A lot of people who deserve a star seller badge because they're doing excellent customer service aren't actually getting the badge because of a variety of reasons. Whoa. I don't know if you just heard Kevin outside. Okay, here he comes. Kevin's coming in. Hi, I'm doing a video.
I thought it was 4:30.
It's 4:40 right now.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Do you want to say hi?
No.
No?
Who is it?
It's YouTube.
Oh, hi YouTube.
Okay, so Star Seller Bed. Stop thinking about it. Stop worrying about it. You'll get it if you get it. You won't get it if you don't get it. Let's not make that anything that impacts the way that you do business. Okay. So ultimately, this is how I feel about Etsy. If you want to start an Etsy shop, and if you believe in yourself enough to believe that you can make money on Etsy, you will. If you believe Etsy's hard, there's a lot of competition, it's going to be really hard for me, all of those things, then yes, it's going to be hard for you. You are creating your own kind of experience with Etsy. If you say, I'm going to start an Etsy shop today, I'm going to put some things up and I'm going to start selling them, and I'm going to figure out how Etsy works, how I'm supposed to write my descriptions, how I do my SEO, and then just do it, you can start selling. So I really want to encourage you to not let these myths and these other people sharing their experiences on Facebook or complaining about Etsy on Facebook to deter you from actually trying to make your dreams come true. So do I think Etsy is the only place you should sell? Nope. I think you should have your own shop. I think you should sell if you're a designer on Ravelry. I think you can sell anywhere you want to sell. But I don't want you to limit the possibilities for your business by saying I'm afraid of Etsy. Don't do that. You'll do awesome. So all right, that's my dog sees. You guys, today is just a disaster. Anyway, hi, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and click subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification button so you can know when I'm going live. And today, like I said, it was a huge mess because of technology and all kinds of issues, but we have it going now. And usually I'm not this flustered, but here I am. So, all right. We're going to go on, and I am going to share with you the results of my 3-month-old experimental business. So if you remember, about a month and a half ago, I told you all that people were saying you can't make money on Etsy, you can't compete with the big guys, you can't start a business right now and start making money by Christmas time. All of those things that I was hearing, and I said, fine, I'm just going to start an Etsy shop from scratch. I'm not going to share it with anybody that I know except for my friends who are not crocheters. And we're going to go from there and see how it goes. So I wanted to just share with you how I grew that business and what it looks like. So I'm going to pop into the, okay. I'm going to pop over here and I'm just going to start. I'm going to share with you first how I came up with the concept for my business. So as you know, I always say the first things I want you to think about are niche and target customer. So I wanted to go with the target customer that I knew inside and out, and I really think that's important as you're growing your business, that you're working with a customer that you understand them, you understand their language, you understand their needs, and it makes it so much easier for you to then create products that they'll love. So my target customer is women between the ages of 25 and 35 who have a spirit of adventure. They find joy in nature, they say yes to new things, and they want to look cute while they're squeezing the most out of life. Now, this is probably the majority of the women that I have in my life, and this is why I know who they are. This is who I used to be. Most of that is still me. I'm not 35, but this is who I really want to work with. It's a clientele that I really enjoy, and I know what they're looking for. So the niche itself is we're going to create the trendiest, softest, and coziest hats and fashion accessories for adventurous women. So that's my niche. So basically, winter fashion accessories for adventurous women. So this is, let's see, this is my target customer. So this is Hallie. She's actually my nutritionist, and she's also my personal trainer and friend. And she is the epitome of my target customer. And this is her wearing the hat that I made for her with her dog. She's out. She just went on a solo hike over the weekend. She often goes out camping, just by herself, her and her dog, in the woods of Colorado. She loves nature. She is self-employed, so she has a lot of freedom to do whatever she wants. And usually it's, you know, get up, do the work, and then go out and have adventures. So she is basically the target customer that I speak to in all of my marketing. So then, once I figured out my niche and my target customer, I decided on my product line, which is going to be hats, headbands, and matching scarves. I'll be using vegan yarns. I'm not using cotton or bamboo yarns. I'm actually using acrylic yarn just because that's what I had in my stash, and I was trying to start this business for under $150, so I figured starting with my stash was where it's going to be. So it's acrylic yarn, still vegan, not as much environmentally friendly as I would like it to be, but I am using environmentally friendly packaging that is compostable, and I'm using a minimalist branding, a black and white branding that I think would really appeal to my target customer. So here is, I'm just gonna go back and remove this. Here is the branding that I'm using. So now you know what it's called. Some of you have already found me on Etsy, but if you hadn't, I'm kind of tired of having to hide my logo and my pictures and take two separate sets of pictures. So here we are. We're outing this business. It's called White Winter Hat Company, and this is the little logo, and this was just something I created on Canva. A very simple logo with a simple text. White Winter Hat Company, and then this is my other kind of circle logo. So, and I love this. I love this brand. The reason I called it White Winter Hat Company is because I wanted my business name to contain a keyword that my target customer might be searching for. So winter hat is a keyword that they might look for, and white winter hat is a keyword they might look for. So I thought that would be helpful in getting my business found. So next, I developed my mission statement and my value statement. This is when I walk people in CBA through the beginning your business. I walk them through all of these processes of what's your mission and what are your values, because you need to share these with your customers so that they feel more connected to you. So the mission of White Winter Hat Company is, we are on a mission to celebrate the wild and wonderful spirit in all women. Choose your adventure. We have a hat for that. So that's our mission. And then our values are, we celebrate adventure. We have just one life to live and encourage those around us to live a life they love and say yes to as many opportunities as possible. We value freedom. Individuals are drawn to adventure differently, and we acknowledge each woman's right to choose her own adventure. And we are generous. We help those who don't yet have the freedom by donating a portion of proceeds to organizations who rescue women and children from slavery and human trafficking. Those of you who know me and my heart for my business, all of my businesses have this particular value in its value statement. So those are my missions and my values, and I know that my particular target customer values these same things as well. She values adventure, she values her freedom, and she values generosity and helping other women to overcome hardship. Next is, I had to decide what platform I was going to sell on, and because I was doing this as an experiment to specifically speak to is it worth starting an Etsy shop in 2021, I decided that that's the platform I'm starting on. So I started selling on Etsy on September 1st, 2021. And my income streams, right now Etsy's my only income stream, but I plan to sell at one craft fair in November and possibly one pop-up shop here in town. And I am considering trying to sell on eBay too, because I think it's a platform that might be viable for handmade sellers. So I might give that a shot as well. If you sell on eBay, let me know in the comments how that works for you. So here's what my stats look like from September till this morning. Okay, you can see I had 663 visits, 8 orders, and 1.2 1.2% conversion rate, which is actually pretty low for Etsy. My other shops are usually about 4% conversion rate. And so this shop is getting a 1.2 conversion rate. And I think some of that is that any traffic that I drove to Etsy was from some of my friends, and they've already bought hats for me. And so they weren't likely to buy. They were just kind of looking around. So I think I might have tanked my own conversion rate by sending, people who had already purchased from me, as far as my friends from high school and my mom and all of that. So we'll see how that plays out in the coming months. And then also you can see that this is where I sent out an email to my friends saying, hey, I started a new shop. And then my revenue for the month was $309.60. So then we'll talk about expenses. Oh, first I wanted to show you down here. Etsy brought in 34% of visits, and I brought in 66% of visits. And this is how it works when you start your first Etsy shop. You can't rely on Etsy to bring you all of the traffic. If you don't drive some of your own traffic, either through connecting with your family and friends and posting on social media and getting the word out, you need to bring in some of your traffic. If I only relied on Etsy for, this would be 34% of my traffic is from Etsy. That would make this a very low number. Yeah. So just consider, it probably would have been about 220 visits instead of 660 visits. So that's important to consider. So finally, the expenses. These were my basic startup expenses. So I had to register my business, and that was $20. I bought a domain so that I could just have whitewinterhatco.com, and it automatically routes to my Etsy shop. Eventually, I'll use that as a landing page and sell products there. I purchased product labels for $20, a brand stamp for $36. That was a splurge that I just wanted. So I had a custom made stamp with my logo on it. I got muslin bags to package my product in. That was $25. Poly bags, the compostable poly bags were $16. I bought thank you cards just in my brand colors. I bought business cards from Vistaprint, and I had $20 in my initial Etsy listings. So that came to a startup expenses of $180. So I said I wanted to start a business for $150. It came to $180, but this little splurge right here is what put me over the top. But I really wanted it, so I got it. Next, let me show you. I am doing Etsy ads. So at this point, I am reinvesting the money that I made from my sales in Etsy ads. And I have my ad set at $25 a day because I'm doing an experiment. And you can see that I have spent $78 on ads. So this is above the expenses of starting the business. So this is reinvesting the funds that I made from those items back into the business. So I spent $77, but I made $220 from my Etsy ads. So right now that's working out great for me. So I'm going to leave that there because I do want to get some sales on the books so that people don't come to my shop and think, wow, she doesn't have very many sales. I don't know if I trust her, So I'm trying to build that trust and get some reviews on my shop so that I get some, build some of that social proof. So that is where my experimental business is right now. And I'm going to continue working on that business. And I have an Instagram. Let me just turn this off here. I have an Instagram account, and I've been posting on Instagram ever since I started the business. And after my second post, I tagged Colorado Springs, which is the closest city to where I'm at, and immediately got contacted by a reporter saying, hey, our newspaper would love to feature you. So we did an over the phone interview. They came out last weekend and took some pictures, and so probably in the next week or so they will be doing a feature about Crochetpreneur and White Winter Hat Company. So I will share that with you when that comes out. And I think that that will help get the word out about the business as well. So I think it's really important to be sure to keep tagging your location when you do post on social media so that you can get the attention. Reporters are always looking for content. So if you don't want to do it passively, you could always reach out to a reporter and say, hey, I have a new product line coming out. You know, I told this reporter that we're going to be getting sheep and we're going to be spinning our own wool and dyeing our own wool. And she says, as soon as you get those sheep, give me a call. We'll do another story. So, you know, it's not that hard to get attention from the press. You just have to be either proactive or I guess lucky, because I feel like I got lucky. I just tagged the city and she contacted me. So that was great. So that's where I am at. Rosemary, what does conversion rate mean? Conversion rate, I broke it down inside the CBA modules. I broke it down specifically exactly what how they do conversion rate, but I think it's views to sales. So how many people viewed your product, and then how many people purchased. So it's that percentage. If I go back to that slide, maybe we can figure it out. So 2%. So it's visits divided, or orders divided by visits gives you the percentage. So 8 divided by 663 is 1.2%. So typical Etsy conversion rate is anywhere between 2 to 4%. 2% means you're doing as expected. More than 2% means you're doing great. So a lot of people feel like they should be doing 10% or more, but you know, take a look at your conversion rate, and if it's over 2%, then give yourself a pat on the back. And even if it's not, you're still making sales. So yeah. Okay, and let me give you a timeline on this. So I decided to start this Etsy shop, I believe it was a week before I actually started it. So it took me a week from I'm going to start an Etsy shop, I'm going to sell my crochet physical products, to getting my shop fully set up, getting my my business name, getting it registered, getting a logo, getting marketing materials, ordering all of my shipping products, getting listings up online. So basically what I did was I made some hats from this yarn stash that I had. I photographed them. It was kind of a disaster because I had a model all lined up and she never showed. So then I was like, okay, great. My shop is opening tomorrow and I have no photos. So I did borrow some photos from my my pattern business. And then I also just took photos. I put the hats on a fence post and took photos. And now in the meantime, I'm sending some hats to some friends to take photos. Like you saw that photo of Hallie. And I also have my assistant. She has 2 daughters, and she's a professional photographer, and she's going to take pictures for me. So if you can barter with people and say, like, I will give you some hats, if you'll send me some photos, that's how I'm going to get my photos. So I will have updated photos here in the next couple of weeks. So just in time for the busiest season in November, I will have some new photos. So, all right. Does anybody else have any questions? I don't want to keep you too long. I know it's everyone's evening. Not everyone. Some people it's your morning. But if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I will let you go and let you ask your questions in the comments section. And there we go. Okay, don't forget that the Holiday Prep Challenge is starting on October 11th. If you aren't already signed up, you can do that at crochetbusinesssummit.com/challenge. So we're having a 5-day live content holiday prep challenge. We're going to have prizes. We have a special community just for that. It's going to be super fun, and I hope you'll join us. So I will put it in the comments here. All you do is just go there, sign up, you'll get a confirmation email, and then as the time draws nearer, I will be sending more information. And then also go join the Facebook group, which is, the Facebook group is called Crochet Business Summit. So it's the Crochet Business Summit Facebook group, and I hope to see you there. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Have a wonderful rest of your evening or rest of your day. If you have any questions about is Etsy worth it or how my experimental business is going, I'll be happy to answer those. Just ask them in the comments down below. All right, see you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day and night.